Hi everybody, my name is Kayla and my next video is going to be a Q&A uploaded on Wednesday. So please comment down below any questions or anything you'd like to know about me and I will get to them on Wednesday.
Now, today I'm going to do a book haul. This is a end of February, March book haul. Some of these books I got in the end of February, but most of them I did get in March. But yeah, we'll just get started. So I have this organized in where I bought them, so I'm just going to grab what's closest. And I don't know why it's so white behind me. I guess it's because it's so bright. But those are trees, not just white shapes. Anyways, let's get started. The first two books I'm going to show you I got from Barnes & Nobles. I don't usually pick up new books. I get books from used bookstores or, used bookstores mostly. But these books I've been wanting to read for a long time. Haven't spotted them at any used bookstores, so I decided to pick them up because I really, really wanted to read them. I've already read one of them and loved it. Should have done a book talk, but I, again, have been very busy. The first one is the one I read, and this is I Was Here by Gail Forman. Oh my gosh, this book was amazing. This is the story of a girl who her best friend just killed herself, and she's on a mission to find out why, because they shared all of their secrets, but she never told her about being depressed or anything, and so she's really confused as to why this happened, and so she's going to where her best friend was at her college, and she's asking all the friends. She's trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to her best friend. It was heartbreaking and beautiful, and I definitely recommend it. It is absolutely amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, by the way. Next book is Alive by Scott Sigler. I think that's how you say it. This book I just started. I'm reading like multiple books at the same time. Depends on my mood. That's just how I am. This book is about a girl who wakes up in a coffin, and she is in a room with several other people who are alive in coffins, and they have no memory of who they are, just kind of a blurry memory of their parents, and that it's their birthday, and they have to figure out where they are, what happened, and why they were in coffins. It's very interesting so far, and I cannot wait to read more. Okay, so the next book I'm going to show you I actually got we went to our beach and our downtown area, and the best bookstore, one of my favorite bookstores ever. It's usually you don't find much there because it's much like young adult fiction, but there's tons of sections, and it's just like lots of older books and really, really cool bookstore overall, but I only picked up one book. First of all, I picked up this really cool bookmark, and it says, "A Midsummer Night's Dream. In Shakespeare, the course of true love never does run smooth. And in A Midsummer Night's Dream, romance is frustrated at every turn." And it has a picture, and it's just a very cool bookmark. I probably won't use it just because I have I have like the magnet ones that you go at the top, and this is very bulky and big, would take up a lot of space. But it is really cool, and I'll probably put it like on my book wall that I have all my posters on, and I just thought it was really cool. Okay, the book I picked up is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I have heard a lot of amazing things about this book, and I have been very interested in reading it. It is in the year 2044. Reality is an ugly place, and it's about Wade Watts, who only feels alive when he's jacked into the virtual utopia known as the Oasis. So it's all about being inside of this game, and I think it's his journey trying to beat the game or something. It looks very interesting, and I know it's a dystopian feeling to it. Well, it is, 'cause it's 2044, but it looks really interesting, and I'm really excited to read about it. I don't know much about it. I just know that it is highly praised, and everybody who's read it has told me it's amazing, and I've been recommended it many, many times. So I'm really excited about reading it. Okay, next book is actually, I've already showed you this book. It was my uppercase unboxing, but I'll show you again anyways, and that's Starflight by Melissa Landers. This is the story of a girl who is running away from the government, I'm pretty sure. She was a felony, and she's running away to start a fresh start where nobody cares about the engine grease beneath her fingernails or the felony tattoos across her knuckles. The outer realm may be lawless, but it's not like the law has ever been on her side. So she finds a guy with a spaceship and tries to talk him into bringing her and then to the outer realm, and then he ends up getting in trouble for something, and so he decides to go with her, and they are in this adventure trying to run away and find some place that they're accepted. It looks really cool, beautiful cover. It's signed. And if you're interested in watching me do the unboxing, which I was really, really excited, and there was lots of awesome other goodies, I'll link that down below. Okay, let's grab the next one. These three were also bought from were bought new, which again, I barely ever do, but the bookstore itself was moving to a new location, and so everything at the store was 30% off. And I really wanted some books, so I bought books. The first one is Finding Audrey by Sophia Kinsella. Sophia Kinsella. Kinsella? I should know how to say this. This person is popular. She's the author of the Shopaholic series, which I've not read, but I have heard great things about as well. This book is about a girl who an accident happened to her, and she's very, she doesn't go out very often anymore, and she has an anxiety disorder as a result of an unpleasant incident, and her family is there to help. Audrey now wears dark glasses whenever she feels the need to protect herself, but she's also making slow but steady progress with Dr. Sarah. Then Audrey meets Linus, her brother's gaming teammate, and she's energized. She can walk through her fears with Linus in a way that she's never been able to do with anyone before. So it's a comedy, but it's also about anxiety disorder, so it looks really interesting. I have, again, read a little bit of it right there. And it has been really hilarious and well written so far. Cannot wait to read more. Okay, the next book is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. This is by Leslie Walton. This is about a girl who has wings, and she was a twin. Her twin was totally normal, but she has been born with wings, and there was no way to remove them without killing her. And it's kind of her journey of dealing with being born with wings. It looks really interesting, really mess with your mind kind of thing, and I'm really excited to read it. And again, beautiful cover. This one is The Secret Lies of Minhao Bly by Stephanie Oakes. This is another one I've read a little bit of. And first of all, the first sentence you find out she doesn't have hands. So I think it's kind of funny that the cover is a girl holding a book with her hands. I just thought that was kind of funny. But so far it's really interesting. It's about a girl who was raised in a cult. Her parents, when she was 6, I think, brought her in. They believed the man who was saying that he's like a cult. They were talked into it, believing that it was real, and she was raised there, and she was abused, and she didn't believe it was true, and she ended up having her hands cut off because of something that happened, and then she ended up getting saved, but because she had killed someone that was keeping her there. And so there's this whole messed up where you're not quite sure if she's the good guy or you know that a lot of bad stuff happened to her, but you're not quite sure if she's a good person. And it's very interesting. So far I am loving it, and it's very interesting and kind of creepy, but I am excited to read more. Again, I will try to do book talks for these, like I always say, but I'm not going to make any promises. Oh, bugs. Ant on my book. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll try. Okay. The next 5 I got from the Dollar Book Exchange, which, if you don't know what that is, you probably don't unless you live where I live, but it's this where you go and every book there is $1, and then they have a bag that you can fill up as high as you can stack it for $10. And I will link down my huge, I think it was like 50 plus, 40 plus book haul, which was when I went there and got a huge bag of books and like 5 of the dollar books. Huge book haul, and it's hilarious, and you should go check it out. I try to hold all of them. It's very interesting. They ended up moving locations. This one is not as interesting. It doesn't have a big a selection for YA. It's still a really cool store, and so I ended up picking up a couple. The first one is Friend Me by Kathy Hopkins. This is books 1 through 30 of the Mates and Dates series. I have read a couple of these, really like them. I just don't have them on my shelves. I thought this would be cool to reread, and I think my younger sister would really enjoy them, so I picked it up. Next book is The A Pairs by Melissa De La Cruz. This is about 3 friends who decide to be a pairs. I think I'm saying that wrong. But which is like a nanny in Paris, and I think it's in Paris. No, in New York. Who will spend their summer in one of the most posh, most exclusive spots for summering, the Hamptons. So it's 3 friends who decide to be nannies pretty much in New York for like a huge family and the like most fancy place ever, and it looks like it'll be really funny because they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Next book I got is Evernight by Claudia Gray. I tried to read this book a while ago. I read the first one, really enjoyed it. Didn't really get into the second one, but it was $1. I think it was even on sale. It was like 50 cents actually. But it looked really interesting again. I haven't read it in a long time. I never got around to reading the sequel, or I started it and didn't. I just thought I'd pick it up. It is about this girl who ends up going to a school, a private school, and finds out that not everything is as it seems. I know more, but I'm not sure how much more you want to know because it's very mysterious, especially in the beginning, so I don't want to spoil it. So, Just going to say that much. The next 2 books I got is, wait, I don't know which one's first. The Vampire Diaries, The Awakening and the Struggle by L.J. Smith, and The Vampire Diaries, The Fury and Dark Reunion. I read the first couple of them a long time ago and really liked them. I just thought they were interesting. Not quite sure if I'll think the same now because that was a while ago, but I was interested to see if I thought they were interesting. So we'll see if I like them. I have not watched the TV series, but I've heard that many people love it, so I thought I'd read through the books and then maybe give the TV series a chance. We'll see what happens. They were like both of them $1, I think, and so I was like, why not try it? And if I don't like it, I can just give it to my used bookstore and then somebody else can fall in love with it. So these all I got from my other used bookstore, Edward McKay's, which I love. Just the worker is really nice. They have a huge YA selection, and it's just a really great bookstore. And I got a couple of not YA books, actually, and then one beautiful book that I will show you last. The first book I got is When the Heart Cries by Cindy Winsmall. This is about a Amish girl who she was raised in a traditional old order Amish family. 17-year-old Hannah Lapp desires to break with custom and marry outside the community. She's been in love with Paul Wadlin for 3 years, and before returning to college for his senior year, Paul asks Hannah to be his wife. Hannah accepts, aware that her choice will change her relationship with her family forever. I used to really enjoy reading Amish novels about people kind of breaking out of the tradition that they were raised in, and I have not read this one. I really like the author, and I haven't read them in a really long time, so I decided to pick it up. And then I got 2, well, okay, we'll start with this one. They Called Her Miss Doc by Janet Oake. This author, what used to be my absolute favorite, still is one of my top favorites. She wrote The Love Comes Softly. If you don't know what that is, it's a movie series and a book series. Book series were first, obviously. This one is about a girl who gets married, and she was raised really rich, and she gets married to this doctor who wants to go travel to a poor community so that he can help out, and it's kind of just her life story, and it looks really interesting. I have actually read this one like 4 times, but I didn't know it on my shelves, and I love rereading this one, especially. It's just really funny, and I just really like reading about the Little House in the Prairie kind of time frame, and I think Janet Oake writes about it amazingly. And I got another one by her, one I haven't read, Too Long a Stranger by Janet Oake. This is about 2 sisters that have not been together very often, and they haven't seen each other in a long time and aren't very close, and they decided to kind of try to get close again. Looks really awesome. Really excited to read it. I not much know about it, but it is absolutely beautiful, and this is The Marvels by Brian Selzniak. This book is beautiful. It is like the journey of it's 2 standalone stories. The first in nearly 400 pages of continuous pictures, the second in prose, together creating a narrative puzzle. The journey begins on a ship at sea in 1766 with a boy named Billy Marvel. After surviving a shipwreck, he finds work in London theater. There his family flourishes for generations as brilliant actors until the 19th century, when young Leontes Marvel is banished from the stage. Nearly a century later, Joseph Jarvis runs away from school and seeks refuge with an uncle in London. Albert Nightingale's strange, beautiful house with its mysterious portraits and ghostly presence captivates Joseph and leads him on a search for clues about the house, his family, and the past. That's kind of confusing. But I do know, first of all, beautiful cover. Then, beautiful, there it says, you either see it or you don't. Then, wait, let me see. Then it has 400 pages of beautiful artwork. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork that tell a story. And then a story, and it just looks amazing, and I'm really excited to read it. I don't know much more about it than that, but it's beautiful. So now I'm going to try to hold them all. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other videos and subscribe. I will be uploading another video soon, hopefully, most likely. There's a couple videos I filmed that will be up soon, definitely. Please check out my other videos, subscribe, have a wonderful day, and I don't know what else to say. This is heavy.